give this another try of going live. Hopefully, it's going live on YouTube and here. So please see if I can pull this up real quick. My phone. Hopefully, it's going live. Oh, that was phenomenal.
All right.
Yeah, that's smooth. Like, can't look at if we're live if I'm underneath football versus YouTube. Yes, we are live on YouTube. Awesome. All right, boys. So I told us brought up the fact that we're going to be going into the AP Top 25 this week. We'll be discussing everything where we're at going into week 0 in 2 weeks. With Florida State and Georgia Tech being our first game. I think there's actually a game on Thursday, but it's a G5 game. Wednesday, Thursday, G5 games. And there might be even be one on that Friday night. But as a whole, I say let's go ahead and jump right into it. Did y'all make y'all's own top 25 polls? What y'all think the top 25 would be?
All right. What?
Let D go.
So I'm going to go first. I'm going to read off the 24/7 poll, the AP poll, the coaches poll, and the SI poll, Sports Illustrated, and then we can go through and discuss what we think about how they go through about it, and then we can tell each other where we have them ranked. So 24/7 poll has Georgia number 1, Ohio State 2, Texas 3, Oregon 4, Bama 5, Ole Miss 6, Penn State 7, Notre Dame 8, Michigan 9, Missouri 10, Florida State 11, LSU 12, Clemson 13, Tennessee 14, Miami 15, Utah 16, Oklahoma 17, Texas A&M 18, Kansas State 19, Oklahoma State 20, NC State 21, USC number 2 or 22, Virginia Tech 23, Arizona 24, and Iowa 25. That's 24/7 Sports the preseason poll. The AP has very similar. I think the only one that's different. Nope, it's exactly the same as the 24/7 poll. The coaches poll differ a little bit.
What was all that screaming for?
So I'm on the TV.
What are you doing?
I'm doing the podcast. I'm just doing it on the laptop.
Well, I heard all the screaming. I thought
Oh, that was me.
who's having ice cream?
Good job, John. Wake your mama up.
I can finally watch real sports. NASCAR's back on. Fuck the Olympics.
Hey, USA won anyway. But coaches poll: Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Oregon 3, Texas 4, Bama 5, Ole Miss 6, Notre Dame 7, Michigan 8, Penn State 9, Florida State 10, Missouri 11, LSU 12, Utah 13, Clemson 14, Tennessee 15, 16 Kansas State, then 18 is Oklahoma State, Miami's at 19, Texas A&M is 20, Arizona 21, NC State 22, USC at 23, Kansas at 24, and Iowa at 25. So that's 3 straight polls where Iowa's sitting pretty at the number 25 spot for the Big Ten, holding it down, representing. The one that's a little wonky is the Sports Illustrated poll. The top 5 are the same, or the top 4 are the same, with UGA, Ohio State, Texas, and Oregon. But then they have Notre Dame being number 5. There's no way Notre Dame is top 10. They shouldn't be. That they may return a bunch of things, but they just haven't played well to me. But then we have Bama at 6, Ole Miss at 7, Michigan 8, Florida State 9, Penn State 10, Missouri 11, LSU 12, Utah 13, Tennessee 14, Oklahoma 15, Clemson 16, Miami 17, NC State 18, Arizona 19, Washington number 20, Oklahoma State is 21, Kansas State 22, USC 23, Texas A&M 24, and Iowa at 25. So a lot are the same, and then there's some outside of the top probably 15. That's all kind of just fluctuation and hearsay because you don't. There's never a 100% chance of any of this really mattering, to be honest, because look at LSU and Clemson. They are almost mirror images of each other. But, John, you said you want D to go first? Going over who he has?
Sorry, I can't hear.
You can't hear me? Turn up the volume.
Nah, I got the. I don't know if it's my ears or not. It's probably my ears. Yeah.
D.
What's up?
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I said, like, who do you have in your top 25?
Who do I have in my top 12?
Top 25.
Ooh.
Top whatever.
Like, dude,
Man.
top 10, top 15. Like, give me the homework.
Just give me top 5. Jeez.
I did my homework. This I kind of perplexed on trying to figure this all out because then again, man, I already know my top 5, but when it comes to beyond, there's a lot of I mean, I know he's gonna be picky, so let's go to John.
Dude, we just put it on you to go down the top 5 or top 10. What you have.
All right. Well, here I'll just go ahead and give you my top 5.
Yeah, please go to John.
One,
Let's see his answer.
Georgia's 1. I'll put Ohio State at 2. Okay, I can live with that. For me, I think Oregon should be 3. Texas should be 4. And 5, honestly, anybody but Alabama. Alabama does not deserve number 5.
The new
We'll stop at top 10. We'll stop at the 10.
I can't go beyond because then again, there's some, people always think they should be within in the 20s. So I
got in a deep discussion with a guy at work about the top 25 and what it means or doesn't mean. And to be honest, outside the top 15, it does not matter because you can start at 20 and never get ranked in the top 10, even though you can be completely undefeated. You'll never get in the top 10 if you're not ranked in the top 10 already. Hell, look what Florida State did. They were ranked 7, for God's sake, and couldn't hold it. John, yeah, you were at 5?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to think of who I would put at 5.
Sorry, but might have to agree with John in his top 5 though. I'm kind of like up here. Was just scratching my head. I said,
yeah, mine is the same minus like 2 changes.
Oh, see, kind of think about it.
No, it's not that. It's just I'm picky about who I'd want to put at 5 at this point because I don't know. Even looking at them, there's not a lot of information. I'm in the South. We don't get a whole lot of.
Outside of the SEC and the ACC and maybe some Big 12.
Exactly. We don't get a lot. So
we don't hear about Ohio State, Penn State, the Michigan, outside of Michigan being busted, and 4 years of just pause. Guess what? He's in the NFL. He doesn't care.
Oh, and actually you brought this to my attention. I saw this post on Instagram by Sports Illustrated and something like that. All the teams with the most hated rivals, and as far as anything, y'all two have a lot in common. Y'all have a lot in common. And y'all just probably realize it, but y'all probably do know about it. Y'all got a lot in common.
So what are you talking about?
I'll share a common enemy.
What are you talking about, D?
Your rivals, man.
Oh, I
Your
mean,
rivals,
duh.
the people y'all face in your division, like y'all have a lot in common.
Yeah. Like,
Are you talking about the fact that Florida State plays Georgia Tech and Florida and Georgia plays Georgia Tech and Florida?
and the fact that next year.
Okay, D.
it's a
If
home
you have watched college football for the past 6 years, neither one of those games are rivalry games. Florida fucking sucks. And Georgia just figured out. And Georgia Tech just figured out that if they didn't want to be irrelevant, they should run the fucking option.
Hey, they beat Miami by trying hard. Just saying. Because Miami doesn't have to.
Okay, they tried really hard against Miami, but Miami did everything in their fucking power to give that game away because they're fucking Miami.
They had their ups and then they got their down.
Oh, they've been down for 20
Honestly, watching that game, I thought Kyle Shanahan was calling plays.
Oh, they went from running the ball. They went from throwing the ball, which was working, to running the ball.
All right. Okay, all this shit worked in the first half. Second half, we're not going to do any of it.
They're going to put this completely.
Forget everything from the first half. We're trying something new.
They'll never see it coming. It's like switching your playbook at halftime of NCAA.
Oh,
It's never gonna work.
I was waiting. I was waiting on Georgia Tech to break out the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Hey, whatever it takes, dude. Whatever it takes. But,
You're welcome.
John, what's 6 through 10?
Man, I don't fucking know.
but I wish I
You
could
had 4
access to
days.
the computer, man. I would have looked it up myself and see exactly, but
Like,
I
I can-
can't really tell you
All
all.
right, I'm gonna while y'all figure out y'all's 6 through 10, I'm gonna rattle off starting at 25 all the way up to my 1 and get just causes. I have Iowa.
Okay, I'm gonna put Georgia Southern at 5.
Get the fuck out of here, John.
Ah,
John, I'm about to mute you and you're gonna lose your talking privilege. That is an absolute absurd thing to say. I can understand you if you said Liberty. That would be different. Liberty went undefeated. They were in a bowl game. They're probably going to repeat as what is it, Conference USA champs? Whatever conference they're in, they're probably going to repeat. They have a good chance at being the number 12 seed, if not 11 seed, for the college football playoff. But I have Iowa. They play good defense. They always do. Their offense, they just got a new offense coordinator. They brought in some decent talent. They lost their great white hope at corner to the NFL draft, but Iowa constantly has these great defenses that keep them in games. Going through and looking at I feel like I even have Iowa low on this poll because I feel like they could be higher if they have a decent offense. And their schedule is very favorable where they could make a couple upsets that screw up the Big Ten title game. I have Virginia Tech 24. I have USC 23 because it's USC. They lost a bunch. They don't really. They have some
yeah,
talent,
they did also much.
but it all depends on.
See your daughter updated your nail polish.
Yeah, after flaking off, she wanted to redo them today, but I was like, no, you haven't been good today, so you don't get paid much.
So you feel a little stiff today.
NC State, I have it 22. Here's my first one. Arizona State 21. They are sneaky. No one thinks they're going to win.
Who you say?
Arizona State at 21. The Ducks. They're gonna make some moves, and I feel like their season is like 7-5, 8-4.
So
Like
you
they're
think
gonna
they the wild horse?
they're like an SMU. They have talent, but they have to put it together. To be relevant. Number 20, I have Miami. It's low compared to a lot of people. I know Crane and Company, I watched this week, have them at number 8 or 9, and I think that's absurd because Miami is unproven on every facet of the word. Yes, they have Martinez at running back. They brought in Cam Ward, but Cam Ward, honest to God, he can be dynamic and make big plays and be 28 touchdown passes to 4 interceptions. But then you go and look at his fumbles, he's going to have 15 freaking fumbles in a couple games. Like, there's no reason to put them that high if Cam Ward is going to be Cam Ward from Washington State. He has to be better. And what Miami has proven and what Mario Crystal Pitts has proven is that he cannot develop quarterbacks, he ruins them. Van Dyke last year was supposed to be a Heisman Trophy candidate, and he got benched for a freshman that then got hurt in the Florida State.
Yeah, it's kind of like a slap in the face right there.
So, if Cam Ward is as advertised, just as what he did last year, Miami will be a dark horse for the college football playoff at 10-2, easily.
So who are your dark horses right now? That's
A&M at 19, Arizona at 18.
Besides Arizona,
Oklahoma State. Yeah, I got Arizona and Arizona State in my top 25. I got Oklahoma State at 17, Kansas State at 16, Oklahoma at 15. I went with Tennessee at 14, Clemson at 13, Utah at 12, just because I feel like they took a step back. We don't know what Utah's going to do because they have to do some. They need to do some soul searching, to be honest. Like, what are they going to be? Are they going to be that? Oh my gosh, we're going to be 8-4 and win the conference again, or are we going to take that step forward and be 10-2, 11-1, win the conference, going to the college football playoff? Like, they have to make a decision as a team. Michigan at 11. I honestly think Michigan's their starting quarterback, starting running back, most of their offensive line, part of the defensive line. What's their defense? They lost, I think 23 starters from last year. So they lost way more than what Florida State did, and they have them. Florida State
way more than they gained.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Michigan lost way more. Like, in comparison, Ohio State brought in the transfers. Michigan didn't bring in like nothing. Ohio State kept bringing piece after piece after piece, trying to piece it together to make the team better. Michigan, they're just skating by because, oh, we want a title, we're good for the next 20 years. It doesn't matter. We want a title.
Yeah.
If the NCAA got their head up their ass, and the college football playoff committee didn't have their head up their ass, Michigan wouldn't have a damn title. But I digress. I have LSU starting my top 10. Penn State at 9. Bama at 8. Missouri at 7. Florida State at 6. Texas at 5. Ole Miss at 4.
What? You may come kiss you goodnight? Huh? Talking to these two idiots.
Whatever, Bill Home.
Arguing with these two.
No, argument.
I'm coming in there and take you. Still in the Starburst?
Yes, I saw you eating your Starburst, jackass.
Ha!
What? Yeah, I'm eating Starburst, motherfucker.
I got this at 5, Ole Miss at 4, Oregon at 3, Ohio State 2, Georgia 1. And Ole Miss, if they're everything they should be, they should face Georgia twice this year. Like, they'll face Georgia at home, and then they'll face them in Atlanta. That's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah, I can. That's what I was thinking of, but I couldn't fucking. I'll put Ole Miss at 5 over Alabama.
Like, Alabama are living off of Jalen Milroe, praying to God that he's going to be the savior. And they think Kalen DeBoer is going to be mixed
Right,
up.
but you're trusting a bunch of receivers you don't know about that haven't played.
Takes time to adjust.
So
Florida State has what would have been their number one receiver in Benson. We got one of their top linebackers. I think one or two of their offensive linemen. Florida State went to Alabama and said, "Hey guys, I want to come over here. We're right here about to win again, win some more, and potentially be back in the college football playoff picture. Or do you want to be Alabama, where y'all are probably going to go 9-3, and then just
you want to avoid Georgia till the playoffs? Come here.
Like, it's not even that. It's the fact that you're going to be 9-3, and possibly 8-4 if you look at their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It should be, yeah.
they should be. They're arguably 8-4, 9-3, and they're like, "Oh, Alabama is winning the top, is winning that recruiting." No, winning that recruiting is what Kirby, Ohio State, Ole Miss is doing, Oregon's doing, Texas is doing, Florida State's doing. Like, that's winning that recruiting, bringing in pieces that you need, not just the next piece because they're a top recruit. Like, Alabama has before NIL, Alabama could just say, "Hey, come to Bama." There's nothing in Tuscaloosa. There's nothing in Alabama. Not that I've seen. I've driven through there like 4 or 5 times in my adult life. And Carolina. There ain't jack shit to me. Georgia, you can find shit to do everywhere.
Huh?
So much stuff to do in Alabama compared to Georgia.
Yeah, you're not going to hit me. We'll be number 1 for a little while, but, I mean, we got tough games that could go either way. I mean,
oh, don't worry.
Yeah, right.
Whenever it comes to,
Oh,
I got my CFP predictions geared up and ready to talk. But so that's my lineup for the top 10. Missouri. Also, if they're everything they're advertised, they're going to be like Ole Miss. I hope Ole Miss and Missouri are identical. They have quarterbacks, they have wide receivers, they have a running back, they play good defense. They could make a run. But they also have to run into the teams like the Texas, a Tennessee with a decent defensive line. Arguably, Tennessee has the best defensive end in all of college football because of kids at East.
Mm-hmm.
And then the card of the committee is a bunch of retards who don't know what they're doing. Because you have politicians or ex-politicians or lawyers or people who don't know ball. Like you.
hey, Eric,
Committee up a former
got a question for you.
Like, what's up?
Who was Missouri's last ranked win? Yeah, who was the last ranked team Missouri beat?
Didn't they beat Tennessee when they were ranked?
Huh?
Didn't they beat Tennessee when they were ranked?
Yeah, but that's not the last team they beat when that was ranked.
No idea because
That would be then number 7 Ohio State 14-3.
oh, that's the bowl game. That's the bowl game.
Don't matter. It's a ranked team and they beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
They let that damn Schrader kid. They let Schrader run for 120 something yards.
Yeah, that was not a good book. That was not a good book. Thus is why Ohio State went out there on the on the transfer bandwagon and just started pulling people in left and right. Whoever we can get in here, boys, we're gonna make. We have money. It's just credit card that bitch. Swipe, swipe, swipe. All right, John says you'll put Ole Miss at 5. Who's 6, 7, 8?
Yeah.
9?
Let me pull it back up. I'll put Penn State at 6. I'll go FSU 7.
I know it's not
Missouri at 8. I'll do Notre Dame 9.
Knew that one was coming.
LSU 10.
Yep, we have LSU about the same. You just can't say Bama.
Well, it seems like it's because I don't. Even right now, I don't see Alabama. I don't see Alabama not having less than 2 losses.
Which, what I'm saying also is I don't see Bama not their ceiling is 10-2. Like they're not.
What I was going to say though is if you look at like what you were talking about with the other polls, it's like that 10, 11, 12. It like rotates between Florida State, Missouri, LSU, and Penn State. It's those they just rotate the order randomly. You know what I mean?
8 through 12 are almost identical in every single poll. And those are
Yeah,
the
I mean, it's-
because things have changed.
But honestly, the coaches, the way they got the coaches poll and it's got Alabama at 5, it's like the coaches are thinking it's going to be just business as usual. It's not.
No, because they're changing the offense. They're putting Jalen Milroe on the
You lost
offense.
your best receiver, left to go to Texas to get a Lambo. Because you ain't getting a Lambo in Alabama. I don't think there's a dealership.
What would have been number 2 or their number? What would have
Right.
been their number 1 or number 2? Benson.
You're replacing one of the greatest college football coaches ever.
Mike the record said my coach said, "Fuck you, Alabama."
And I mean, and that's not just based on Alabama. I mean, he was decent at Michigan State, but that was Michigan State in the fucking 90s.
Honestly, I kind of hoped that he would have went back to Michigan State.
I would have been fine with it. Finished it out where you started, try to turn him back.
Like, what's the harm in that? Not a thing. Bobby Bowden would go back to West Virginia.
Hey, could you imagine the look of horror on Ryan Day's face when he saw Nick Saban walk off that sideline
Man, if he
against Michigan State?
Harbaugh, anybody who was up there recruiting saw Saban walk out with the green and silver on, dude. It was shit gold brick. What?
But
Saban's going to Michigan State? Oh.
I mean, but I'm just saying, like, honestly, he's one of the better coaches we've ever had because, I mean, look, he's won at every stop. He won at Michigan State when Michigan State wasn't really that good. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
No, Michigan State in the early 90s was trash.
Then to go to LSU, win a national title,
Arguably,
bring LSU where they were.
arguably too, because if he would have stayed,
Yeah.
second,
Well, I'm saying, arguably, yeah, I'm not going to argue that. Yeah, they should have won too.
West Nile
But
championship. Les Miles
in the record books, he has won at LSU.
Those seniors were Nick Saban's boys that won him that natty. I love Les Miles.
Yeah,
Les Miles is
he's got that up.
he's a player's coach. He has that but
He's got that UFC national title. I'm claiming that motherfucker.
Hey, UCF.
That UCF title.
I was saving coaching. talking trash. But Coach O, that's all Coach O. Coach O had 2.5 years of recruiting to get that national championship team together. So
Right, and he had one Cinderella season.
he could have had more, but they let him go at 10-2, 9-3.
Because he lost.
9-3, which is ridiculous.
That-
The year after he won you
Went
now,
undefeated the year before, and they said, "Oh, 3 losses. That's not enough." Bye.
no, what it was is somebody on the boosters reached out
And
to
then,
Kelly beforehand. Was
and then they decided, you know what we need? We need somebody with a fake ass Southern accent. That's what we need.
hell no. But all I can say is they paid Coach O big money. 18 guaranteed $1 million buyout. He's living his best life.
Hey, you know what Coach O reminds me of? Gambit's Cajun accent.
Yep.
But
From
that was a good accent though.
they sounded, you could have done the voice for him in the cartoon.
Oh,
I mean,
no. The alligator from the OG Ninja Turtles. Oh,
Uh-huh.
Yes. Golly. I swear, Coach O knocked on my door to recruit Colton or my soon-to-be other son come play football anywhere. Boy, you want to go play for Coach O. I don't give a damn where he's at. He can be in Middle Tennessee, nowhere. You're gonna go play for Coach O. I know he's a dog. But Saban, he had the cheat code, but NIL broke it. Kirby learned it. Kirby was putting it into fruition at Georgia before NIL, and NIL's broken it. And it just made it easy. But everyone already knew. Georgia
didn't know that.
Didn't know what.
Oh shit. What is it? Derek Mason. That was at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was the head coach at Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was looking at the coaches poll and it said this was who voted, and it said Derek Mason. I was like, he's still coaching.
Middle Tennessee needed a coach, and he was willing to come cheap. So
Yeah.
some of them coaches.
I mean, shit. What's his name? Still coaching at Army. He's been there for fucking ever.
Hey man, Munson is my dude. It broke my heart.
I mean, he is. I know. And as soon he left to go to Army, and he's been there since.
He's gonna be the winningest coach in Army history. They're gonna bury him under that field.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna rename that field Munson
Yeah.
Stadium. It'll be Munson Stadium when they break, But it's back to the whole Bama thing. It's Kalen DeBoer was their fourth or fifth choice to be head coach. You know they called Kirby. The news already told you that they called Mike Norvell at Florida State. They made other calls. DeBoer was not their guy that they wanted. He was fourth or fifth in line. Like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, you were Cinderella in Washington, where Washington should not have beat Oregon 2 times. There's no rhyme or reason how Washington beat Oregon both times, with all the talent that Oregon had on that field. And then to turn around and watch the semifinals in the way Washington played like dog shit. Both semifinals were awful. So you can't tell me Texas deserved to be in. You can't tell me Alabama deserved to be in. So the two that was forced to play each other in a make-believe scrimmage game that should have been in at 3 and 4 didn't deserve it. Fuck out of here. They want to put Nick Saban in because he was retired. They knew it. It is what it is.
Right. It is.
Nicky tidbit. I don't know if y'all played in the college football playoffs on Road to Glory or anything yet on college football. But Kurt Herbstreit's voiceovers fucking suck. Dog shit. I would rather listen.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. You telling me that last night.
I played another one. I won Natty, but he was awful. Give me Jesse Palmer, David Pollock, and Reese Davis all day long. Like, I don't want to hear nothing from Kurt Herbstreit because he goes like, "Oh, here's another blah 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 blah." What? Herbstreit, I didn't even know you were talking. Jesse Palmer, on the other hand, he's energetic, talking about the game, talks random crap throughout the game. Reese Davis does the same thing. David Pollock chimes in. It makes all sense. It's a actual commentary.
When you watch him.
And you, like, even if you're playing Rudy Jabroni, like, you have, like, on a Road to Glory or when you're playing
hell.
When you start at Coastal Carolina, you have, like, the next to nobody announcers. And they do better than Herbstreit. He's just giving his podium for no reason.
Yeah.
Hey, Kurt, by the way, FSU's going to chant your ass out the door. It's going to be dirty.
Dang.
I wish I could be in Ireland. I wish I could be over there to hear it. But I will be potentially still in the hospital. But I'm hoping to be home and hoping to have some hot wings. Oh, speaking of which, Steve, give us your 5 through 10 and we'll talk game day foods.
The top 10 what?
Give us your 5 through 10 for your top 10. We'll talk game day food, and then we'll slide into the college football playoff.
My top 10 game day food?
Give us your 5 through 10 for the top 10. Who do you have after Texas?
I didn't think y'all forgot to mention that. I can't really think, man. I wish I have access to the computer, man. I can't really think out bad.
It's all right.
I'm not like forward. I got to get it.
Hey, we're good. We'll get you a monitor and a laptop. That's what I'm rocking on right now. I'm Gucci all day, every day. Given I do working on it. So. But, all right. Top game day foods. When you're in a bar or chilling with the boys, what is one food that you can just like grab off the table?
I'm a sucker for nachos, loaded nachos, and
loaded nachos.
Hell yeah!
You got the sour cream, the guacamole, the onion. I like adding some green onion and some crushed chopped up bacon on top. I mean, load that shit up. John, what you got?
I've been going to a football game on time.
I'm good at chicken wings. I love me some chicken wings.
Chicken wings. That's my boy. This is a curveball. I've always liked getting the sampler, dude. Anywhere. If we're at Buffalo's, yeah, of course I'm gonna get wings. But say like Greg's, like Applebee's, Chili's, like order some like random bar and they have a sampler. You get a couple boneless wings, chicken nuggets, some bone-in wings, some mozzarella stick, a quesadilla or two. Like, man, give me that sampler all day. But my number one go-to would be some bone-in wings. Bone-in wings.
Yeah.
Buffalo's. Hey, dude, we gotta get this popping so we can get over there at Civic Live a couple times for the game day. John gets some wings. Be those cool guys that they give us a bar tab at Wildwood Cafe or at Buffalo's. Be those cool guys with headsets on, sitting at the front table. It's like, what's going on, guys? Give away a helmet or something?
God damn it, Atlanta.
It's PR.
Yeah, I know we lost again.
Huh?
It's our pitch. It's our pitching, dude. Our pitching's trash right now.
Well, no. All they had to do was win tonight, and we would have picked up a game on Philly because they got walked off by the D-backs.
I know, but the thing is, our pitching's trash right now. Because
Yeah.
like we're rotating through pitchers, and everyone's talking about, oh, y'all need to get rid of Snicker. I was like, it's like Snicker's fault. Like, what the heck are you doing? Atlanta's hurt. We've gone through 38 fucking ball players.
Yeah, you're in the mid part of the season too, and that's really going to
We lost our two superstars in Strider and Acuna in the first month and a half of the season. What do you want from us? And then we got bit by the injury bug. Riley's been hurt. Always has been hurt.
always.
Freed's been hurt. Like, everyone on our starting rotation spent at least 30 days on IL. Or IR, whatever you want to call it.
No.
It's not feasible. And we're 6 games back of Philly? Like, we're still in the damn thing with 7 games left to play against Philadelphia in the last month of the season.
If only y'all could still push for a wild card.
Yeah.
Which is fine, which we're second or third seed in the wild card. Like, it's fine. But it's the fact that we are playing through the season on a depleted roster and made 2 moves except for bringing us back a big bag. And then a mediocre at best pitcher that no one wanted back. Which, hey, I'm no expert, as you can see my title, but it's the fact that I want to know what in the world is wrong with Trevor Bauer. Can someone call me and tell me?
Man, it's
Anyone from the Atlanta office, text me, call me. Y'all can Google me. I don't care. Put Trevor Bauer in a Braves uniform, and I guarantee you we will have the most nasty damn pitching staff going into the playoffs or starting the season next year. You re-sign Freed with Trevor Bauer and Spencer Strider, and if Sales wants to come back for another year, give us those 4. That is a nasty ass 4 starting 4 rotation. Then you add Lopez at 5. Dude, we could be 6 or 7 pitchers deep on a rotation. Like, get out of here, man. Like, hey, man, I need from you, dude. I understand we're trying to bring the band back together, but you came like 2-3 pieces short. And the pieces that we need are pitching. Because some of them are just hurt. And they're running low on batteries. No pun intended to reference battery. You know, but it's been just a rough go. As long as we make the playoffs, we should be all right. But here's what it is.
Hey, man, most teams that have that is still fight their way into it, even though they still have it at least chance. At least chance. I mean, injuries played, but they still made it to the wild card. It's a rough ride.
So we briefly hit on what we like to Barford. Give me a picture here and bring the burn. I can go 50 to 100 wins when I'm into a good game.
You say what?
Bring me 50 to 100 wings in the middle of a good from the start of the game to the end. For a couple pitchers of beer, dude, I am Gucci. Nat's Landing in Statesboro used to be 10-cent wings and like.
Actually, just to get back on the top of topic of football.
Yeah,
Hey, D.
all trans-
You're up there where Cleveland is because you're up there. But all them renderings and stuff. I seen some people commenting they were going to name the massage room after Deshaun Watson at the new stadium. Is that true?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's digging with you, dude.
Never heard. Never heard. Never heard. Heard.
But yeah, give me some wings. I'm
I-
gonna have a bunch of wings.
yes.
I'm gonna order-
It was on a story about it, so I figured I'd ask because you up there. I'm not.
No,
I'm down here.
How much
I ain't never heard
about-
anything about no massage parlor.
massage room for the new rendering of the stadium, dude. He's ribbing you, dude. Come on. All right. So the second part of our top 25 is what are our predictions for the college football playoff, the 12 seeds. What do we have?
To the playoff bracket.
How do we think the college football playoff bracket is going to play out?
6 SEC teams: Penn State, Oregon, Florida State. A group of 5 team that's undefeated. Shit, I need 2 more.
Yeah, your 6 SEC teams are not making it in.
What?
Your 6 SEC teams are not making it in.
I said, hey, it may not happen, but I'm gonna say it.
At best 4. Because 9 and 3
Okay,
SEC
all right, I'll
teams
split the difference. I'll go 5.
5's not getting in, dude. 5 are not getting in, I can promise you that.
We're gonna have a repeat of last year. Somebody go get left out. There's gonna be.
Not win a guaranteed conference champions in that motherfucker. Ain't no being left out for shit.
No, I'm saying, watch. Somebody go get left out for an SEC team that shouldn't go in.
They're probably gonna throw fucking Missouri in at fucking 9-3, or Alabama 9-3 at number 11 or 12, because they say the highest ranked group of 5 is going to go in. No, the fuck it's not. I would love for them to go in. Like, the college football game has it wrong. They're not even following the guidelines. Like, I just played through Little Glory, and I went from the number 2 team through most of the year going into the playoff, and then I jumped to number 1 out of nowhere. But it's supposed to be the Power 4 champions, or what's supposed to be in there. The SEC, Big 10, Big 12, and ACC are supposed to be the first round buys, and then it's the best ranked after that. So my 4 top seeds for those conferences have Georgia at 13-0, which is going to be a rough 13-0. But if they run the table, they're going to be 13-0 and number 1 in the number 1. If they don't, I see them going 12-1. They're going to win the conference anyway. Like if they drop it at Texas or drop it at Alabama or Ole Miss, they're going to turn around and beat whoever's ass in the conference championship game. It is what it is. I have Georgia 1 seed or 2 seed. My 2 seed. So my 2 seed is all dependent on the main is it all depends on Ohio State and Oregon.
That's all.
It's either Oregon's going to be 13-0 or Ohio State's going to be 13-0. Being 12-1, being the number 1 or number 2 seed. Coming from
That game is so to pay. I could taste it.
Yeah, so it's either Oregon or Ohio State's going to be the number 2 seed or number 1 seed at 13-0. or someone's going to be 11-2. Is the other one going to be 11-2? I have Florida State 13-0 at number 3 seed running through the ACC because Clemson's not Clemson no more. Miami still has to show up and try and actually win. And then I have Oklahoma State at number 4 at 11-2. So that's my top 4. Those are conference champs. Whatever order you want to put them in. If you want Oregon 1, Georgia 2, Florida State 2, however you want. Those are who I think are going to be the conference champions. Here's where it goes. Number 5, it's Oregon or Ohio State 11-2. Maybe 12-1 if they split the series. But then you have that argument of well, if Oregon beat Ohio State during the regular season, Ohio State beats the rest of the conference championship game. Who do we put up? Ohio State, whatever. It is what it is. Number 6, I have Texas at 10-2. I have Notre Dame at 7 at 10-2. Here's the one that's going to hurt people. I have number 8 and number 9, both Ole Miss and Alabama at 10-2. Then the winner of that plays Georgia.
John,
That's gonna suck. Don't worry.
What?
Number 8, number 9 for me, for what I have is Ole Miss and Alabama. Both at 10-2. My number 10 seed is Penn State at 10-2, facing off Notre Dame, which will play Oregon or Ohio State, however it ends up. My number 11 is Miami. I have Miami 10-2, potentially 11-1, depending on how we go. If they lose to Florida, this completely ruins everything. But if they beat Florida, they have a chance.
But you got to think, Miami's one of those teams that could be 11-1, 10-2, but they could screw around and end up 8-4 or 6-6.
Oh, Miami's floor to me is 8-4. Like that's where they should. That's the lowest they should be based upon their schedule. If they come in and screw around with Florida, they don't play well against Florida State. They don't play like they're supposed to against Georgia Tech. Like there's teams on Miami's schedule that can mess them up and ruin their year. And then Crystal Test is gone. Just like if Florida doesn't break even, which is the worst, best case scenario, Florida is 6-6. But I see Florida going 4-8. And it's just because
I don't see Florida breaking 500.
And that's what I mean. Like their ceiling is 6-6, and that's if they beat Miami. Because their November alone, dude, that's a gauntlet and a half. And everyone's like, oh, the SEC has the toughest game.
Yep.
Y'all, it is what it is. It's conference now. Like you have to win. If you don't win, you lose. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's what I have is the 12-team playoff. I have the only one I'm unsure about is the Ohio State, Oregon, and it all depends on the regular season game. If Oregon wins it, I feel Oregon's going to go 13-0 and win the conference. If Ohio State wins it, I feel Ohio State's going to carry through and beat them again back to back. And Oklahoma State, they have the most talent returning compared to everybody else. So
yeah, they do.
So I'm sitting here with the Cowboys being the 4 seed. But we shall see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
They also have. Honestly, if you want to be honest about it, they also have the probably easiest path to a top 4 seed. They're in the Big 12.
Yeah, they have to worry about those buffaloes out in Colorado that
Yeah.
rebuild again for 1 year assassins. But
Pretty much.
Yeah.
speaking of which, speaking about them buffaloes, how about they are now? Leon is now coming to the aid of his son, his less liked son, Shiloh.
What?
Um,
I'm coming.
because who was it? CBS brought up a story from where he filed bankruptcy like 3 or 4 years ago, and they're all like butthurt and trying to defend him. It's like, and like I explained to somebody on a post, I commented, I was like, you do in the age of social media, like it's about clicks and views. So of course they're gonna bring up a story from 4 years ago because he's a starter on your team. But why are you not going to run a story or bring up a issue if you're trying to preach about uh, money literacy, branding, all this stuff to these young kids that you're trying to recruit, but yet a kid in your own household had to file bankruptcy because he's effed around and found out? Like, Dion, come on, dude. Like, it's
Pretty much.
like you can't be butthurt. Like, it's news. It happens. It's what they do.
It's what they do.
Like,
Right.
what do you expect? Like in what realm? Like, hell, Kirby in Georgia, they've had to start putting in driver safety seminars at meetings.
Mm.
All the issues with driving that they've had. I personally think Georgia should brand with fucking Uber or Lyft or a ride share, put it on the freaking jersey, and provide all the players with a ride to and from any freaking event that they want. Prevents
Right.
all the
Yeah.
events from going wrong. I know they probably don't
Yep.
want the neon pink everywhere, but it is what it is. Like, give them Uber, holler at Curry and see if like y'all can work out a contract where all incoming freshmen or their star players just hit a button and y'all can show up and grab them. Like, it makes no sense. Especially on a college campus in general, a student or an athlete doesn't need to drive many places.
No. Especially not in Athens. Most everything's walking distance.
Athens, you can go from bar to bar and from bar to stadium, from stadium to dorm, to the players' dorm, to the players' apartments. Unless you're living off campus, which is a very fucking long ass ways away, you can walk anywhere you need to and or get on one of those electric scooter bikes that they freaking have everywhere. And it's paid for. Just bring out your little boop card and hit it
Yep.
and go. Did y'all have a bunch of those up there?
You
Those
said,
little electric scooter bikes that you can just like hit your debit card.
yeah, everywhere.
Like, we don't have many in Savannah. We have mostly bikes, like the little cycling, like little.
They got, but I think they got more bikes up in Cleveland than here. I mean, you go up in Cleveland, tons of those.
Oh, in Atlanta, dude, there's people that throw these little. They pull up with a trailer and grab up all the like little scooters, electric scooters, throw them in the back of this little truck or this trailer, and pull off into this parking lot and like throw them all out and charge them all up, and then go redeploy them everywhere. And all they do is like pull a debit card, boop boop,
Right.
and just ride it wherever you need to. Just leave it there.
I've never used it. I prefer walking.
But just like at Georgia Tech in Atlanta, like you could walk everywhere you need to. There's, I think, a Kroger or a Publix like 20-minute walk, maybe 30-minute walk from Georgia Tech campus.
Right.
Like, it is what it is. Like, but given like the argument with people is like, oh, what if guys want to go on dates and all this stuff? Man, get out of here. Like, if you're an athlete, you ain't trying to go out. Like, you want to go to a club, you want to party, you ain't trying to go out to a fancy ass restaurant. Not no 20-something-year-old kid.
Hmm.
You trying to get it in. You want a steak every once in a while. You go to a Longhorn, Logan's, like go to Olive Garden for some pasta. Like, you ain't going to Ruth's Chris every freaking night with a date. That shit's $500 to $1,000. Get out of here.
Right.
Like, it doesn't add up. Like, hell, there's NIL deals. Pay people to come to show up to eat. I wish I had an NIL deal to come eat pasta at somebody's restaurant. I'd show up there all day, every day.
Man.
What's the pasta of the day, Chico?
Right.
You know,
I'll be the same way. I'll be the same way. As much as a laid back person I am when it comes to eating, and plus, playing football and eating, that'd probably be more like keeping up with myself like almost every day.
like, and what the average person doesn't realize when it comes to football, they have their own snack area. They have snacks in their lockers. They have free vending machines in their workout area, in their locker room area. They have their own cafeteria. They have their own snack line. They have their own everything. Football players specifically have all this. Not to mention they have their own cafeteria in some places where they can go through and just grab a sandwich of kind that's just
Or if you go to Athens, you got Raising Cane's.
But I'm talking about like an athlete, like he doesn't have to go far for food. Not if you
No.
like you can go anywhere on the damn campus. Just say, "Hey, I'm so and so on the football team." They give you freaking food. Northern Southern specifically, I knew too many guys that played football when I was there. That would just walk into the quad or the common area where the Chick-fil-A is in the main hub, and half the time they wouldn't even pay for it. It's like, oh, he's a football player, give him the food. Like, give him a number one meal with fries and a drink and walk out the door. Like, don't tell me that football players are hurting for food and money and all this other shit. No, they want the swag, they want drip, they want chains, they want money. Like, here's prime example. Why should Travis Hunter have a customized one-of-one TRX Dodge pickup truck that his girlfriend bought for him? It doesn't make sense. But it is true for these channels and up and up. It's like, it's borderline, dude. They're pouring all this money into these kids. Not necessarily teaching these kids anything about taxes or liabilities or anything for that matter, and just giving them tons of money and hoping they don't fuck up. Like, 22 years old, you gave me $7 million? Oh, hell, dude, I'll be a dumbass. And now, how naive a lot. Man, who's watching Law and Order? That's SVU.
Huh?
Who's watching SVU, damn it?
Oh, Dad.
I
No,
know.
the NASCAR race was on USA and it just went off. So now SVU's playing.
Okay. I was gonna say, don't say what. I know my shows. SVU.
No, I thought that's what you said, but I wasn't sure. So I was like, let me make sure I heard correctly.
Stabler and Alex Stabler, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I can go on Law and Order. But,
True.
yeah, man, like it's.
Yeah. Damn, I got a headache.
Okay. Bring it back to football as a whole. Top 25 in general. I feel like poll anymore because it's a playoff. Like, you don't know how good a team's going to be until they start playing.
Exactly.
Yeah, because a lot of people base things off of the preseason poll. Like, if Colorado was ranked in the top 20, in the top 10, and they went on a streak like they did last year and went 4-0, they would bump them to number 3 in the country. And then they get blown out by Oklahoma State or Kansas State or somebody like that. Then what? Those kids are going to be embarrassed that they got number 3, 4, or 5 in the country for being overhyped and bullshitted. When you're not ready, you're not that good. Like, your coach is not recruiting shit. He's flipping the team every year with transfers. It's not right. Georgia, on the other hand, Ohio State, on the other hand, bringing in 18, 20, 21 guys in college or into college from high school, and then they're bringing in transfers that they need. Georgia, a couple wide receivers, maybe a tight end. God forbid, why the fuck Georgia needs another tight end in the fucking room. Ohio State bringing in wide receivers, a running back, quarterback. They're building the team. What is they're not doing? So it's a hype train.
Pretty much.
So to me, it's a whole premise of, if I'm in the top 10, I'm going to stay there as long as I win. Other people are going to fall, I'm going to rise as long as I win. But the thing is, it doesn't, look at FCS. It doesn't matter who's in the top 25. As long as you win your conference, make it to the playoffs, you have a chance of winning that.
Very true.
That's all that matters. Like, in the years.
Hey,
what's up?
Did you see that TikTok I sent you about the NBA trade?
When did you send it?
It was earlier.
Let me switch the profile. If y'all have noticed, if y'all go chime in on YouTube, check it out. I have updated our logo.
About trading Steph and LeBron to San Antonio.
Yeah, I saw that. A couple days ago.
No, I'm waiting to see. I'm trying to keep an eye on this because I want to see what happens with this damn NASCAR race.
Did you see the TikTok I sent you about Kyle Busch in the truck race?
Yeah.
But I get it. Like, in the years of the bowl season, the BCS, like, the top 25 meant a lot. But now, in the era of college football playoff, which honestly should have been, I think, way before now, the top 25 before the season is basically just glorified, like, look what we have. But because after the top, like I said before, after the top 10, it's basically he said, she said, maybe, what if, possibility. There's no guarantees.
Oh hell. No, I'm waiting to see if Homeboy loses his win.
Oh yeah, I heard you talking about that. Did you wreck somebody?
He wrecked 2 people to win it.
No.
because the first one, the first guy, he was like three. Okay, say 3 car lengths behind him, going into turn 3, and homeboy just let it run in there real far, caught his back bumper, so kicked him sideways. He spun out, hit the wall, and then the guy that was in third ran it like he was supposed to and got up underneath him, and they were coming off of turn 4, and all you saw was the guy that was in third was below him, and his car went across his nose and went straight into the fence. So he had to turn down to do that. And I was like, oh. That's why I was like, oh, I don't think he's keeping that shit. They go.
They might. I don't know. I don't know, dude. It depends on how aggressive it was.
Well, the only reason I'm saying I don't think is because earlier this year, the guy that got spun earlier this year got taken out the exact same way, and they suspended the dude that spun him out a race. But that wreck happened like 20, 30 laps into the race, so it was real early. So they let him finish the race, and then the next race he had to sit out. But this was last lap coming to the checkered flag. I think they might say, well, you ain't getting this win. We're going to give it to whoever's in second. Because the bad part was the guy he spun out owns the guy that finished second. And he wasn't happy he did it either because he about ran through his car after the checkered flag. I was like, shit. Yeah. So I'm just trying to keep track of it. I don't know what's going to happen. So
it's gonna be interesting to say the least. I know this coming week is supposed to be a big week for wrestling. Roman is supposed to unveil his new enforcer, I believe, this week. That's taking place of Solo.
Two. That boy's a bad dude. You think those Fatus are some animals, but that boy, even I think he's the youngest out of the Fatus. And he's even faster.
I feel like Jimmy's coming back.
They ever say what happened to other one?
Oh, Jacob.
Yeah.
I think he oversold it, is what they're like showing. But I think he.
Okay.
I think it's a small fraction.
Well, I mean, I saw he didn't come out. Friday night to attack Roman when Roman was beating the shit out of the other two.
Oh, he'll probably be signed for a minute because now they about to have another tag competition. I don't know how long they're gonna hold on to those tag competitions.
Yeah, like the way it's written. Like,
well, I mean,
it's relevant for a minute.
He'll be out for a minute. He buckled.
You're right. They can't hold on to the tag titles. Homeboy got one fucking eye. All you gotta do is stand on the other side. He can't see you and slap shit out of him. Stand in his blind spot. He'll never see it coming.
Right.
The thing is, you know how the tag titles run, dude. Like, look at the New Day. Like, they didn't wrestle for like 3
I know.
straight. And
all right, I will say this. I will watch Raw tomorrow night while I'm at work. Only because I want to watch this fucking 2 or 3 falls shit with Sammy and Braun.
dude, there ain't no way in this world.
Braun's on fire right now.
There's no way they're gonna put the belt on Braun and then take it off. No way in hell.
Oh, I mean, I don't think it's going to change hands. I just want to watch it because it's going to be fucking nuts.
Braun's gonna go
It's
full speed and not Sammy
it's just
next
all
week.
going boils down to the pay-per-view event.
Oh, and how about your boy changing his entrance music since he's a champion now?
Who? Oh, LA.
LA Knight. He's got an entrance song since he's a champion.
Man,
Talk to you.
His fandom is so high. It is so high, especially when I went up to SummerSlam. Oh, dude, it was unbelievable.
Yeah. Eric would be loving a nice Funko Pop or a T-shirt to display over here from SummerSlam.
I told you he was gonna forget.
Oh, dude, at that time
Oh,
they
He about forgot.
No,
He was like, wait.
they had at that stand. I remember they did not have no Funko Pops. LA Knight there, and
it
I
doesn't
remember,
matter.
but then
Like,
again, it was
a
packed.
Cody, anybody. Like, I just put a Funko Pop.
Right over his head. It was just
I just want to see what
Dude,
they had.
it was completely freaking crowded. Like you had people bumping into you, and your mind's just racing, trying to get the fuck out. It's crowded. It was like a
See,
quicksand.
that's why you don't smoke before you go.
Dude, it regardless, everybody smokes. Everybody smokes. Damn it.
But that's what I mean. Like, if you're trying to remember shit, don't do it.
Dude, I was trying to get the fuck out. I'd be being bumped into and then trying to reach in my phone, and I'm like, man, I don't want my phone to get knocked over because people can easily knock your shit over.
When it comes, and we'll try and go. Because it's at the Enmark Arena anyway. So
Shoot, action speaks louder than words, man. Make your appearance. Make it shine.
Well, I don't want to spend that extra like $20 to get the guardrail seats though. But part of me does.
Yeah, pretty much. But I did tell you when they was leaving, they had the people that was sitting below kept the seats. Part of the perks of sitting below.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was once they was leaving, they could keep the seats.
Oh yeah, on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's worth $400 or $500 for an aluminum chair. But let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
SummerSlam chair. Yeah, dude, $300 on eBay right now. Trying to get their money back for the damn ticket. Oh man, you had to sit on the Bloodline's face? Ew.
The what?
You sat, it was the Bloodline. Like, it was their.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, they start selling theirs?
Yeah, people were selling them left and right. This one's at 800, one's 400, one's 5. So
What?
the closer so you had the gold event chairs, which were way close, or 800 a piece. But the further back you go, you just had the regular black chairs, and they're like 250, 300. Here's one gold chair for 500. Womp womp.
Ooh. Hey, damn. That's whopping right there, man.
Yeah, dude. But, oh, John, I emailed the guy back today.
Yeah, I know. You told me.
But no. He said yes. He will 100% refund once the order goes through.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right. We'll have to come up with it then.
so I can make it happen, but we need 1,000 followers on the Football Personal TikTok to be able to go live on it.
Okay.
For your information and for anyone watching this live or who will rewatch this video later, we are looking into doing breaking for college pro jerseys and mini helmets. And or jerseys. So hopefully here in the next couple weeks, we'll be able to start doing breaks with y'all.
Was that a Fournette high school jersey?
No, that's a Fournette triple stitch Fournette jersey from Tampa Bay.
When the fuck did he wear 82?
No, it's 28. The camera's backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like,
Hold on, I got one for you.
it's like, what the fuck? Okay, that's fine. I was just confused as shit. I was like, this motherfucker's never wore 82 in his career.
I have a keep pile.
I was so confused.
So for my peeps, yeah, this bad boy, $300. If I sold it, but for my boy John,
Mm-hmm.
for my Hall of Famer,
Tyrod.
nah man, Jason Taylor,
Oh, Jake.
No, that's Jason.
Jason baby.
I
Hall
mean,
of
I
Famer.
couldn't see directly.
Here's my boy though. Hold on, let me get the search card out the way.
Jason Taylor's the only popular dude that ever went to Akron U.
Pac-Man Jones, and then arguably the best receiver in the 90s.
Andre Robertson. Before it's
Arguably.
got burned down.
So that's my heat pile for right now. Hopefully, moving forward, we will be able to do that. But D, you never responded, and the one thing I hope to do for all of my people out there is we may not be able to do many full size, but sure, it is as clean and legit as this.
Michael Penix, yeah. How y'all did him though? He did all right. He kind of reminds me of Tyrod Taylor a little bit.
So, as long as we can get the follows up on our TikTok, we can make this happen. Because I already been in talks with the company to give us the items for breaks. They're fully invested in us, ready to see this happen, or give us them our information. We just need to make it happen, guys. So we can just share our TikTok and just get people, if they just follow us, we'll follow them back. I don't care. We just need them to get us to 1,000 followers, and then we can start making this happen. So, but we've been here for almost an hour and a half. Appreciate everybody, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Later.